Class 10 Information Technology Code 402, Employability Skills, Unit 3, Basic ICT Skills, Session Spreadsheets.
Let us begin with electronic spreadsheets now. This is the interface of one of the electronic spreadsheets, that is Microsoft Excel. Besides Microsoft Excel, there is OpenOffice Calc and Google Sheets, which is an online version of spreadsheets. Here we will look into the details of Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. As far as different software are concerned, the basic standard layout and standard functioning of all the spreadsheets is same. Like you see here, this is Microsoft Excel version 2016 spreadsheet. As far as different versions of Excel is concerned, it does not make much difference. The standard layout is all the same. So even if you are working with Excel 2010 or 13 or 16, the basic understanding is not affected by the version. So as we let us look into this interface in detail. If you begin from the top, this is the title bar, which has got this quick toolbar with certain common options. Below the title bar is the menu bar, which contains various tabs such as home, insert, page layout, etc. For each tab, as you click on it, the corresponding ribbon is displayed. Ribbon is a set of commands which are organized across various groups. Like home tab shows the home ribbon, which has groups like clipboard, font, alignment, number, etc. And each group is a set of commands, related commands. Below that, here, this is the formula bar, or you can say data bar, whatever is there in the cell, in any of the cell of the spreadsheet, that is displayed in the formula bar. For example, did you notice what is there in the cell is shown here? I'm going to write a simple formula. We'll go into formula details later on. This is a simple formula. The result of 5 plus 2, 7 is there in the cell, but actual formula is visible in formula bar. I can even click here and edit the formula. I can edit the text or the values here in formula bar. Let's come down to the actual structure of the spreadsheet. As you can see, it is a set of several cells, and each cell is made up of by the cross section of a column and a row. Each row is identified by the numbers here, and each column is identified by alphabet. As the alphabet get exhausted, as you see, the combinations begin. If I click on any of the cell, you can notice the rectangular cursor. I can browse using arrow key also. And as you move across the cells, the current cell's address is visible here in the name box or address bar. So current cell is the active cell. Address of the active cell is always visible here in this part. I can even click here and mention the cell where I want to go, like PR213. Is it there? Let's press enter, and here I am. This is PR213. I press Control Home, and I'm back to the very beginning of the spreadsheet, cell A1 that is. So this is the layout of the spreadsheet. Now, just below the spreadsheet, you will see its name here, sheet 1. Clicking on this plus sign will give me more sheets. I can have more sheets as I need them. Now this is a set of 4 sheets. If I save this file, this is called workbook. So workbook is a collection of one or more worksheet. So this is how the things are organized here. And As we move on, we will explore other greater details of the interface. Let's begin uh, working with worksheet. This is one sheet I have here. That is, this is very obvious that all the data which will be entered in the sheet in the form of a table. It's a tabular format, of course, because it's a set of cells. It's a grid here. So let us begin with one small example. For example, here, let me zoom into a little so that it's clearly visible to you. So here I write something like this: serial number, then I write item category. I'm pressing tab to move to the next cell, then item name and price of the item. As you see, these cells are having quite a length of data. So I need to resize this width of the column. Simply I can do this, or I can double click here and it will automatically take the width like this, or I can simply adjust it according to my need. So this is here. Uh, the headings are created. These are also called labels in Excel. Now we come down to the actual data entry. So I go for the first record, second record, and a C category washing machine. That is 32, 23. Let's make it 16,800. So we have some data here, as you can see. If I want to edit any of the cell, one way is I click here and type the data, or I can double click in the cell, the cursor is there, or I can press F2. F2 is the standard key in various software across the industry for editing. So I make it unit price, a little double click here, column width is adjusted. So this is how the data is organized here. Now I go for some formatting. If you have worked with any word processor, you know basic text formatting. I have selected the headings. First of all, here under home tab, various groups, font, alignment, etc. are there. So I go for center alignment of this cell. I make them bold since they are headings. I think this much is enough for the time being. Then I go for setting up the border. So here is the border. I select all borders. So this is better now. I can give a little fill color to the cells also, some light fill color, say light blue. And this is how it is done. So I have this data ready like this. Well, next we move on to a very common kind of requirement that we have with data, and that is putting the data set into a particular order, into a sequence of some sort of, depending on some sort of logical requirement. For example, if you look at this data set, I might have one requirement to arrange entire 8 records, all these 8 records, on the basis of item category, or I may need to put them in order on the basis of item name or the price. So how do I do that? we look into that practically. This kind of arrangement, doing the arrangement where data is arranged in a particular order, is called data sorting. So one very quick way of sorting the data is you simply consider the column on which the data needs to be sorted, and in any of these cells you right click. You will notice one sort option showing here, and for any alphabetical values it will give you this option: sort either A to Z, that is ascending order, or Z to A, that is descending order. So I had clicked on item category data items, so let's take it sort Z to A, that is descending order, and see what happens to the data. Did you notice it has been arranged on the basis of item category and descending order CBA, and entire data set is sorted accordingly, not only that particular column. Did you notice the serial numbers? So I bring the data back into its original form. Here it is. What if I right click on any of the values which is numeric, like 55,400 unit price? I right click here. I go to the same sort option, and now for numeric values it is showing me smallest to largest, increasing order, largest to smallest, decreasing order. Let us see. Smallest to largest. Here it is. So that's fairly simple. An entire data set gets sorted. Did you notice the selection is automatically done around entire data set? So if I let me go into more detail where we need more control over sorting the data. That's called custom sorting. Now these all sort options can be had in the editing group under home tab. If you see sort and filter drop down, and here it is. All these options are there. Now let's have more control over data sorting, that is custom sort. For that, first of all, I'm carefully going to select my entire data set, and then you simply go to this editing group under home tab, go for sort and filter drop down, and select custom sort. As you see, custom sort dot 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 means some dialog box is coming up. Here it is, the sort dialog box. First of all, notice this checkbox. My data has headers. This is ticked means my data set, the first row contains the headers, those which identify the data domain, item category, item name, unit price in this case. So this is convenient now. Excel is recognizing those headers. So it's easier for me when I go for sorting here, sort by. It will give me those headers as fields to select here. So let's say I want to sort on the basis of item category, and I can simply click here, or I can decide whether the order has to be A to Z or Z to A. Let it be like this, and I click on OK. Well, all A items, then followed by B items, and then C items are sorted like this. Did you notice I did not select the serial number, because here serial number is not actually identifying any record uniquely. Serial number here is just to sequence the records. So I have not touched the serial numbers, they are as they are, and rest of the data set is sorted. I am pressing Ctrl Z here to bring it back to the original position. Let's see once again what all we can do here. I again go to custom sort. This time I'm going to select item category as usual, A to Z, and within item category I want my item names also to be sorted. For that I need to add another level of sorting here, which will work below item category. So under item category I'm going to click on this add level button. Here I am, another sorting category, another level. Here I select item name. So now all the items will be sorted on the basis of name within category. So first of all, category will be sorted, and within category, names will be sorted. Let us see. I click on OK here. Wow. So I have this all A's together. First of all, within A, if you notice, A for AC, C for CTV, and W for washing machine is there. Did you notice that? I press Ctrl Z, do another variation here. I go to custom sort, sort by item category, adding another level. This time I am going to change to unit price. Smallest to largest. Here it is. Well, the scenario is different now. Washing machine is at very top within item category A's. Reason being that its unit price is least in category A. So it is coming on top within its item category. So this is how sorting works, and data can be sorted easily on one or multiple fields. And as you see, it's fairly simple. So having seen this data sorting, next very powerful feature of spreadsheets is looking out the data or taking out that data which is actually required and hiding which is not. This process is called filtering the data. You have an entire data set, maybe 200 records, but at the moment, depending on your requirement, you need to display only a particular records, only particular set of records, or depending on the requirement, you need to see items of a particular category or any particular kind of price range. So in that way, you can, for that you can filter the data. Let us see how do we filter the data quickly. First of all, as you notice here, I have this data set here. I have done some color coding in item category also. All A's are yellow, B category is green, and C category is pale blue. Well, if I right click on any of the data value, let's say here, it shows me filter option, and it is saying filter by selected cells value. Selected cell is 55,400. So any other cell, if I select this, all the other records which are having unit price exactly 55,400 will be filtered out. Similarly, if I want to filter by selected cells color, let us click on this A category and then look at it again. Now it makes sense. Filter by selected cells color. So cells color is yellow. So all the yellow colored cells will be taken out and those records will be displayed only. Let us see. I click here. Well, did they notice? So I remove, I click on filter here. Filter option is activated here. You see this funnel highlighted. So I click on this and all the filters are gone from the headers. Entire data set is visible again. Again, I right click here. I have some other options also, like selected cells font color. There may be different font colors. On that basis, you can filter the data. So this is one way. The other way is having better control on filtering. First of all, I come into one of the headers. I go to filter drop down here, as usual in editing group of home tab, and I go for filter. I notice these drop down arrows appearing beside each field. I have to work something with unit price, some filtering on the basis of that. This is how it looks. I can go for individual records which I need to display. This is one way. Manually I'm selecting. See, real life I might be having more complex filters, like I want to see the items in a particular range. Between means greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. So I want to mention a range of item price, say 10,000 and 3,000. including 10,000 and 30,000. I click OK, and here I have these items in that price range. See, it's fairly simple. This is some sort you can do on item name, on the basis of item name. Text filters. Let us see, begins with, and here I mentioned W. You can guess easily what would come up. Item names begin with W, that is washing machine. So here, this is how you perform the filtering. You want to get rid of filtering feature, just simply go here and select filter again. All entire data set is back again. And this is how you can use filtering to just look at the data you need to look at and for easy analysis of data. So again, filtering is not a big deal. It's fairly simple.